Man, you can't come to one of these without some of these, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't no gambling man, but I've known to shuffle a deck or two. And you got cards. You want to know your family, play spades with them. Yeah, you find out right fast. Now, with cards, a lot of people start talking. They tell you the truth. I'll tell you about this one. So, he had his card in his head with that, come on, look that me and my lady had become so familiar with. Familiar is a word rooted in family, and home is where the heart is. And our new neighbor was a homemaker. His post-pandemic superpower was provisions, and the village ate. He turned our shared backyard into a third place. And with backyards, there come games. Some of those games were a little too suburban for my city blood, but he seasoned well above his melanin count. So we trusted him, like family. He says, have you ever played high and low? I said, no. Tell me the rules. He said, well, you put a card on your head, and we guess who has the high or the low card. The one who guesses right the most wins. Fair enough. So we play. The games run, and it becomes Russian roulette with our assumptions. He has the king on his head. Wrong. Wrong. He doesn't have the high card you do. You have the ace. Oh, he has a 5. That's definitely the low card. Wrong. Again. You had a 4. The rounds were quick, just like snap judgments. We only played this game once, but the cards that stuck to my head stuck in my mind. There was an acting coach that wanted reality from his students. He wasn't getting any. And then an idea shot through his finger and he goes, yeah, all right. I want each of you to play a little bit higher or a little bit lower than your counterpart. All of a sudden, voila. The hidden game of power that lurks behind everyone's eyes began to emerge. Something with which we are all familiar. A word rooted in family. A little game of high and low. Was at a law enforcement conference, working with the police officers, and they put in a VHS tape. In 2020, they went like this and hit. They said, we're gonna watch a video. It was called the brown-eyed, blue-eyed experiment. I heard about it, but I'd never seen it. And I was like, oh, this should be interesting. So there were these kids, right? They were as far away from the civil rights movement as their skin would allow. They were not familiar. A word rooted in family, but this was about to hit very close to home. The teacher had an idea. She goes, blue-eyed kids, you're better because you're better, come up front. Brown-eyed kids, beat it, hit the back. EQ and IQ plummeted into the ground. But something strange happened the very next day. Brown-eyed kids, come up to the front. Blue-eyed kids, hit the back. And just yesterday, the kids that were on Mount Olympus descended into the bowels of Hades. A game of high and low. You know, I was invited to the mayor's office to do like a little leadership training kind of thing. And we got to the part about hierarchy and tone of voices, like how do you establish order? And the card that was stuck to my head fell to the ground through the Zoom link. And said, hey, whoa, we talked about this game. We talked about a game I learned in my backyard from my neighbor who learned how to provide provision. We talked about this acting coach that wanted his students to live in the real world. And we talked about an experiment that, with just a thought, you can be beneath the feet or at the top of the world if you so choose. And the thought was, well, maybe this DEI thing is not about asking someone else to give up the high card, but it is about not walking through the world like the low card is the only one you got or the only one you get. So today we're going to play a little game of high and low. Now, and pull your cards. And you might pull my cards. But you know what? We're going to shuffle. But after we shuffle, we're going to deal. We're going to put all the cards on the table. We're going to talk about the highs and lows and the ups and downs, the rolling hills of life. And so maybe today, as we spend some time to get familiar, a word rooted in family, we'll play some cards. And if we listen close enough, we'll find our way home.